This is not a cancer channel. I am not a cancer patient who happens to be a storyteller. I am a storyteller who happens to have cancer. That is a very important distinction that I realized I had not made until this very moment. And the reason I find this so important is two things, and we'll get into that soon. But before that, I just kind of want to make this very clear. So if you think of my channel as a book series, the book series is named Living Out Loud. The current book, the current theme of the book is cancer. Thus the quotes, life with stage 4 cancer. The distinction, there's a reason why I named the channel Living Out Loud, because it comes from that storytelling perspective. I have been living out loud for a couple of years at this point, and the first book, if you will, the first chapter, the first part of my channel was me literally traveling the world in search of my soulmate, which I ended up finding, my wife, well, my now wife. And that was the story of the first book. Me traveling, having experiences, becoming the version of myself who deserved to be with my soulmate, so I could then go ahead and find her, and I did. And to be fair, that book was not very popular. Most of my videos only got a dozen views at that point, and that's fine because I was doing what I felt deep down I was meant to do, just like I'm continuing to do that. And it wasn't until the second book, the second phase of my channel began, that people started showing a little more interest. And even then, for the first 9-10 months, almost no one watched my videos. It's only recently in the last 1 to 2 months that my videos started getting more views and that people started commenting and interacting and everything. And I'm really grateful for that. But the point is, it's very important for me and also for you that we're both on the same page and that everybody understands this is not a cancer channel. This is a storytelling channel, me sharing my life, and this happens to be a book or a phase about me having cancer. And the reason why I say it's so important for you and for me that we're both on the same page for this is twofold. So first of all, let's start for you. Let's come at this from the storytelling perspective once again. So, you're on YouTube. Come across a video about a guy who has cancer, start watching his channel, and his story is he was diagnosed with a really rare type of cancer, doing everything he can, remaining as positive as he can, sharing his story as he goes along, and then you get to the end of that, and the guy dies. Okay, you were entertained for a while, but from a storytelling perspective, not a great book. On the other hand, if there's this guy who, you find on YouTube, start watching his videos, he shares his stories, diagnosed, everything is the same as the other one. Diagnosed with super rare type of cancer, no cure, does whatever he can, super motivated, tries to motivate other people, inspire them, shares his story, and then goes ahead and overcomes that, defeats that supposedly incurable cancer, and then goes on to a different phase of his life. Well, that's way more inspiring. First of all, from the storytelling perspective. Second of all, the downside of this or any other cancer channel is exactly that first example I gave. Most cancer channels end with the person dying, or alternatively, the person not dying, getting cured, and then they have no reason to continue the channel because they're cured. What content will they make for a cancer channel when they no longer have cancer? So people lose interest, people unsubscribe, and the entire thing falls apart. So from your perspective, this makes more sense if it's a storytelling channel than if it's a cancer channel, because if it was just a cancer channel, either I would die and then it would all be over, or I would survive and then there would be no reason for me to continue it, in which case, if you watch not just because of the cancer aspect, but also because you find me entertaining, maybe motivating, whatever the reason for watching, well then you can keep watching after that, for the next phase of this. So that's why I find it very important to make this distinction. From my perspective, it makes a huge difference. It could literally be the difference between life and death. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if this is a cancer channel, if I build a cancer channel, I know everything that I just said in the back of my mind. I'm working super hard because, yes, I will be honest, it is a lot of work recording those videos, replying to every single comment, creating content every single day. Yes, it does come naturally. I am a storyteller. I enjoy mostly the process, but it is a lot of work. And I'm not the type of person who invests this amount of time, this amount of energy, especially not when I'm literally fighting for my life to build something knowing that down the line it's going to have been for nothing because once I'm cured, then it becomes useless. That is not the type of person I am. So first of all, from that perspective, it's not logical. The other perspective is, if this is a cancer channel, I know subconsciously that this is all going to be over the second that it's done. And I know, and please don't take offense to this because I'm sure that this does not apply to most of you, but I know that some of you, on some level, are watching thinking, hey, he's going to die. Let's watch as that unfolds. And that's fine. I have no judgments towards that. You're allowed to think whatever you want. But a lot of you don't think that I am going to survive this. And if I come at this from the approach of, oh, this is a cancer channel, and knowing that a lot of people watching this are, in a way, rooting for me to die, that is not a healthy approach. That is a very, very unhealthy approach. That is why it's so important for me to make the distinction. This is a storytelling channel, and this particular phase of my life happens to be about me battling stage 4 cancer. And there will be multiple stages after this. And yes, I'm aware that once this stage is over, there are going to be those people I was just talking about, those people who subconsciously or consciously are watching, hoping that I'm going to die. And those people, once this phase of my life is over, once the channel moves to the next phase, they're going to unsubscribe. They're going to lose interest, and that is totally fine. But I need to be aware of that consciously, because if I focus all of my attention, all of my life, all my energy on this cancer and creating this story about cancer, then I lose all meaning after this. And meaning is everything to me. As a storyteller and just as a human being, what is life without meaning? What is the point of living without just that? What is the point of living without a point? There is none. So that's why I find it so important, first of all, for you watching, because I don't want you to get to the end of this and be disappointed. It's like, oh, wait, he survived. This is over. Like, he's moving on to the next phase. Like, I like this guy because he was battling cancer. It was an epic story. Now that it's over, it's fucking boring. Like, I don't want you to have that impression. I don't want you to get to the end of this and be disappointed. From my perspective, it's like, I need to stack the odds in my favor as much as I can, and building a cancer channel is not helping me. Building a storytelling channel is. Writing this book, sharing this story as I'm going through it about cancer is good for me. That's why I'm doing it. I wouldn't do it otherwise. But I just want to make it clear to you, anyone who's watching, and also to myself subconsciously, because that's the most important thing. I need it to be very clear. This is not, has never been, and never will be a cancer channel. It is, once again, I repeat this, and I know I've said it a dozen times at this point. It is a storytelling channel. This particular phase of my life, this particular phase of the channel is about cancer. So I just wanted to put that out there. I just wanted to be very, very, very clear for everybody's benefit. So hopefully this video was still entertaining, even though I feel like I just said the same thing over and over and over again. But it was partially for you, so it would be clear for everyone, partially for me, just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for me, because I don't want to, and I simply cannot afford to let anything increase my odds of dying. I've been very clear about this. I will not die from cancer. Yes, I will die eventually from old age, but I will not die from this. I will stay alive. I will continue sharing my story. It will be epic, but this is not about cancer. It's about storytelling. It's about living the most epic life possible. Yes, I missed it. It's been a while. I know some of you enjoy when I miss the button, and I kind of do too, so that was fun. That was a little gift for all of you out there.